Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week starting off so far? Hopefully, you all had a good, nice, long, extended Labor Day weekend. Hopefully, you're all refreshed, ready to go for the rest of the week. It is September 2nd. Yankee baseball back on tonight. The Yankees begin their tough stretch of games here in the next 2 weeks. They start with the Houston Astros. How will they do tonight? How will they do in this first game? It's one game at a time. So this is it, folks. 25 games left this season. And we'll see if the Yankees go in as a wild card or did they finish in first place because they are still in the hunt for first place. They're 2.5 games behind the Blue Jays. Or do they just collapse and just miss the postseason altogether? But these next 25 games are going to be very telling of who this team is. But these next 2 weeks should give us a good idea of what this team could be like in the postseason. But they have a 3-game stretch against the Houston Astros. It's going to be a very tough series. The Astros have done a good job against the Yankees, unfortunately. But it's not to take anything away from the Astros. The Astros are a good team. They're a pesky team. They got the pitching. They got the bats. They hold their own. They hold their own, no doubt. But the Yankees are still very much in it. The Yankees could still go out and win these games, but they gotta show it on the field. This team is capable. They have the players to do it. This team is absolutely capable of winning games against any of the teams that they're going to play in these first 12 games. They're certainly capable, but again, it needs to be shown on the field. But in these games, I mean, you gotta execute on every single opportunity that you have. You have to execute with runners in scoring position, not solely relying on the long ball, playing that small ball, playing some of that fundamental baseball, thinking situational, sack flies, getting on base, putting the ball in play, hits, singles, doubles, triples, anything. There's other ways of getting runs. There's other ways of getting guys on base. They're just going to have to think strategic in these next two weeks, especially against these teams that they're going to play against. But and defensively, right? Defensively, there's no room for mistakes. There's no margin. There's no room for errors, man. You gotta be on point defensively. Your defense has to be on point at all times. Okay, it's just there's no time to play around. There's no time to fuss around. You got to make the right decision. I know, sometimes, you got to make the outs that you got to make, and sometimes it puts the other team in a better position. Okay, fine, but you got to figure out a way to get out of that inning. Not have to have your pitcher in this case throw more pitches than they have to, man. Don't make mistakes where the other team is going to execute because we've seen that too many times from this team. But it begins tonight. There's 25 games left. Let's see what the Yankees do in these last 25 games of the season. Can you believe it? The regular season's almost coming to an end, and the postseason will be here before we know it, folks, before we know it. But let me say what's up to the chat. But before I say what's up to the chat, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this for the first time, I would greatly appreciate it. And continue sharing this channel out. Let's spread the channel out to other people. Let's continue growing this channel. It would mean a lot to me if you all could do that. I would greatly appreciate it. I always appreciate the support. Let me say what's up to the chat now. We got Railbird, first person in the building. What is up? We got Petruzzi in the building. Katie's in the building. What's up? CeeLo is in the building. What is up? Joseph, what's up, dude? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Congratulations again. What's up, Joseph? Who else we got in the building? John, the Beagle Dad. What is up? How are you? Sunil is in the building. What is up? Who else we got in the building? Theo, what's up, man? Yo, what up, dude? What's going on? Ryan is in the building. Bill O is in the building. Who else we got in the building? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody else? I hope I didn't miss anybody. 20-5, Billo says. All right. Oh, what up, Desiree? Desiree's in the building. What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Who else we got? Scotto's in the building. What is up? Chat's on fire right now. Sweet Baby's in the building. What up, man? What's going on? Robert's in the building. What is up? Who else is in the building? Ethan is in the building. What's going on, Ethan? Itchy's in the building. What is up? Who else we got? Just want to make sure I say what's up to everybody. Like I said, the chat's on fire, man. What's up, Victor? How's it going? What is going on? What's up? What's up? Yeah, Robert, where you been? Oh, Dev Finch is in the building. What up, Dev? What's going on? But yeah, no more playing around, no more excuses for this Yankees team, man. They got to make it happen. I'm ready. As a fan, I'm ready to watch these games. I'm also mentally ready to, if in case this team doesn't perform up to expectations, I have mentally prepared myself for these next 12 games, and we'll see what goes down. Now, there's been some Yankees news, right? So the big one really is Giancarlo Stanton. He's playing left field. Okay, he's playing left field, and I know fans are in a little bit of an uproar of Aaron Boone said a few days ago that Giancarlo Stanton playing left field is not part of the plan. But then he said earlier today that he is playing left field. Look, the way I see it is this, Boone or any other manager, they're not going to just necessarily come out and say, well, this is what we're going to do. They'll say some things, but other things, not so much. You're not going to put all your cards out there, right? And again, it's one of those things. I don't always agree with what Boone says or what he does. Okay, it's one of those things. But who cares if Stanton's playing left field in Houston? I mean, it's the Astros stadium, so that stadium, it's not that big of a deal if he plays left field. It's not. It really isn't. Left field is not a big deal. That's why he's playing left field, right? Because left field will be a lot easier for him, especially with his legs, right? Left field is going to be a lot easier. Cody Bellinger will be taking over at in right field, so it's not that big of a deal. You still have Grisham in center field. We'll talk about the lineup, but folks made a kind of a fuss about what Boone said versus what he decided to do today. Like I said, managers aren't going to always say what they're going to do, right? They're not going to tell they're going to tell you one thing, but sure, they could turn around and do something that that he said that they said they weren't going to do. They're going to do the opposite. But I feel like you could look at it any way you want. I know there's been times where Boone has said something, but he kind of went back on his word. But I feel like, at the same time, you're not going to tell everybody what the game plan is. You want to leave people guessing. So, I'm okay with Stanton playing left field. And you need Giancarlo Stanton's bat in the lineup. I'm sorry, but you need Giancarlo Stanton's bat in the lineup. Some way, somehow, you need to have both him and Aaron Judge's bat in the lineup together. You can't have either one of these guys sitting down. All right, I understand if Stanton needs to, sit a game, but I'd rather not have that. I'd rather not have that. But Stanton and Judge's bat needs to be in the lineup. Which, speaking of Aaron Judge, it sounds like he's still making his progress, trying to get back into playing in the outfield. Which the Yankees definitely need him to play in the outfield. That way, it makes it so much easier to have just Giancarlo Stanton be in that DH spot. So, you absolutely need to find a way to have both of these guys. But once Judge is able to take the field, it's going to be a lot easier for both guys to be in the lineup. And then Giancarlo Stanton could just take over the DH spot and Judge can take over right field. It sounds like, Judge is still making progress, but there's no like definitive date as far as like when he's going to get back to the outfield. And who else we got? Oh, we got Robert Boom is in the building. What's up? He says, like number 23. What up, man? But you need to is bad, but I'd rather but at Astros Stadium though, it's not that big of a deal. And Bellinger will be fine. Ethan. I mean, when you have Stanton and Judge as a dangerous tandem, they are a dangerous tandem. No team, when they both hit home runs, a lot of in the same game, a lot of times the Yankees win. It does, CeeLo. It has way more real estate. It does. The stadium does have more real estate. No doubt about it. Daniel Berry's in the building. What's up? What's going on, dude? How are you? But either way, whoever is playing wherever this team is, whatever the lineup is going to be, whoever is going to be playing in these games, the bottom line, the Yankees need to go out and they need to win. They need to go out, make a statement because, there could be a possibility that the Yankees could see the Houston Astros in the postseason, right? They could very well meet each other. The first meeting between these guys, I mean, the Astros owned them. And it wasn't pretty either. I mean, the Yankees just could not make it happen in that series. They ended up losing that series 2 out of 3. Thank God it wasn't a sweep. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens tonight. Right? Let's see what happens tonight. Now, Max Fried is on the mound for the Yankees. Last 2 starts, encouraging, right? I mean, his last start was against the Nationals. He went 7 innings. He struck out 6, walked 2, gave up a run on 4 hits. Now, the start before that was against the Red Sox. Now, yes, the Yankees did lose that game against the Red Sox. They lost that game 1-0. However, that start against the Red Sox was encouraging because he didn't give up any runs. He gave up 4 hits, but did not give up any runs. He went 6 innings. He walked 3, struck out 7. It was a pitcher's duel with him versus Brian Bayo, right? So that start against Boston was encouraging. So I liked what I saw in that game. His last meeting against Houston, not great, right? Not great. It was 5 innings. He gave up 4 runs on 8 hits. He had 3 strikeouts. He walked the batter, so that wasn't a really strong start. But hopefully we see different results this time around against the Astros from Max Fried. Hopefully we see something different. So, his last 2 starts really encouraging, especially the game against the Red Sox. But let's see what he does tonight. I think a lot of, from his previous struggles, I think it was just those finger blisters that he had on it, that he was suffering from. But I think he will be. I think he's fine now, right? I think he's fine now, just based on what he, how he's looked in his last couple of starts. So, as far as the Yankees go, right, they're going to go up against Framber Valdez. So, lefty versus lefty matchup. I mean, it's not going to be easy, right? Right now, Framber Valdez, he's got a 12-7 record, 3.18 ERA in 26 games. He's pitched 164 1/3 innings. He's got 158 strikeouts. His whip is at 1.19. There's some Yankees bats have had some success against him. As I'm looking at the lineup right now, looks like Caballero, who's in the lineup tonight, he's had some success against him. 12 at-bats with a .417 batting average so far. Bellinger, 9 at-bats with a .333 batting average, right, so far. Goldschmidt, 5 at-bats with a .200. I mean, it's 5 at-bats, so it's not a lot of at-bats. Trent Grisham's had 3 at-bats with a .667. Judge has had 8 at-bats with a .250 batting average. Giancarlo Stanton's had 12 at-bats with a 500 batting average. Anthony Volpe, 4 at-bats with a 250 batting average. And Austin Wells, who's in the lineup, has never faced him. So it'll be the first time Austin Wells faces Framber Valdez. So it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a challenging matchup, no doubt. And, let's see how the Yankees do. And Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? What's up, Cold Italian? What's going on? Good to see you, dude. Hopefully you're doing well. So let's see. Let me pull up Framber Valdez's baseball savant real quick. I mean, his baseball savant really doesn't look too bad. His baseball savant does not look too bad. His baseball savant is really good. So let's see what we got. Let me make this full screen. Yeah, so pitching run value, great. Fastball run value, great. His breaker run value and off speed is in the blue. Now you look at his pitching, gets a lot of ground balls. His strikeouts, he's not a big strikeout guy, but he does get a lot of ground balls. His chase and whiff are just a little bit above average. So, fastball velo. Fastball is not really his strongest pitch. However, he is a killer with the sinker, in which he throws 45% of the time. And, you'll expect to see a lot of sinkers, curveballs, changeups from Valdez. And his sinker is a killer, man. His sinker is deadly. So, I don't know, man. The Yankees bats have their work cut out against him. I think the Yankees can have success, but they're just against Framber Valdez. But the big thing with the bats, right? And I know we've talked about it a lot, is that they have to show patience at the plate and stop rushing at the plate. Stop making quick innings, man. Make the opposing pitcher throw a bunch of pitches to where the opposing manager gets them out and you get to their bullpen earlier than they get to yours, right? So, Yankees bats are gonna have to show a lot of patience at the plate. They're gonna have to work that pitch count up and stop thinking long ball, right? And what up, Cynical? I saw you in the building. Bill O, go for it. You and Chef Nick, by all means, go for it. I mean, that's the thing. The guys that I'm, like Beagle says, all he has to do is pitch low and away for Judge. I mean, that's how a lot of these opposing pitchers get Judge, especially with the slider. But he can get him with the sinker too. But let's just hope the Yankees bats can have success. Max Fried, he's had a fantastic season, right? I mean, he's got a 14-5 record, 3.06 ERA. Yes, he's had some rough starts there, but again, his last couple of starts has looked really solid. But how he does against the Astros, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a test for him. As I'm looking at this lineup, as I'm looking at the guys that are in the lineup for the Astros, Pena, 8 at-bats, has not had success against him. So his average is at 0. You look at Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa is in the lineup. He's had 3 at-bats with a 333 batting average. So in those 3 at-bats, so far, so good. Okay. Who else? We got Jose Altuve, which every Yankee fan hates, but unfortunately he's always done well against the Yankees. He's got 5 at-bats with a 600 batting average. All right. Christian Walker. Let's see. Let me bring the did not mean to do that. Christian Walker, where is he at? Yeah, 16 at-bats. He's hitting 375 against Fried. Diaz, who's DHing in tonight's game. Where is he at? He is, Yandy Diaz, 3 at-bats with a 667. Urias, the second baseman, 11 at-bats with a 273. Smith, the right field, who's playing right field. He is 3 at bats with a 333. Dubon, their center fielder, is actually pretty decent. 11 at bats, but has not had a lot of success against Fried. He's hitting below 100, .091. And then Salazar, who's catching tonight, he is never faced him. So he's never faced Max Fried. So I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. It'll be his first meeting. What's up, Jonathan? How's it going? How are you? Hey, what's up, Cecilia? You have not missed the predictions. No, I haven't even brought up the lineup. I was just talking about the matchups with Max Fried and Framber Valdez. But good to see you there, Cecilia. But hopefully everybody's doing well. I appreciate everybody being here. Once again, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that sub button if you're new, and keep sharing this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel. Now let's pull up the lineup, folks. Let's talk lineup here, because I know you all want to see the lineup, and I know you all are wondering what the lineup is. I'm sure a lot of you saw it already. I'm sure there's going to be some comments as always. But here we go. This is your starting lineup for the Yankees and the Astros. So for the Yankees, you have Goldschmidt leading off, Bellinger batting second. So Goldschmidt playing first base, Bellinger playing right field. Judge is batting third. He'll be DHing. Batting cleanup is Giancarlo Stanton. He'll be taking over left field. Trent Grisham will be batting fifth. He'll be playing center field. Anthony Volpe is batting sixth. He'll be playing shortstop. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting seventh. He'll be playing second base. Jose Caballero will be taking over third base duties. He'll be batting eighth. And Austin Wells is at the dish. He'll be batting ninth. And on the mound, it is Max Fried, 14-5 record, 3.06 ERA. And then you got, for the Astros, you have Pena leading things off, playing shortstop. And then you have Correa batting second, playing third base. Altuve batting third. He'll be playing left field. Christian Walker batting cleanup. He'll be playing first base. Batting fifth is Diaz. He'll be DHing in tonight's game. Urias is batting sixth. He'll be playing second base. Smith is batting seventh. He'll be playing right field. Dubon is batting eighth. He'll be playing center field. Salazar is batting ninth. He'll be at the dish. And Framber Valdez is your starting pitcher for the Astros. 12-7 record, 3.18 ERA. Folks in the chat, what do you all think about the lineup? How do you all feel about the lineup? Hank says, I don't have a problem with the lineup. All right. Joseph says, Volpe moving up in the lineup like he's contributing. I mean, I don't want to – he's been a little bit better lately, but, I mean, I don't know if – personally, I don't know if I would have moved him up in the lineup. If anything, I would have batted Jazz ahead of him. But I think what's going on here is the lefty-righty matchup, right? So you know how the Yankees like to do the lefty-righty matchup. Ethan thinks the lineup is great. CeeLo says the whole I see is Rice not playing the whole game unless Fried likes Wells better. Does Rice have at bats against Valdez? Yeah, I think Fried probably. I mean, I would say maybe his preference is Austin Wells. Same thing with Carlos Rodon. They like the chemistry with Austin Wells. Now, Ben Rice, he's only had 2 at-bats against Framber Valdez, and he's got a 0 batting average. I'm sure a lot of folks are probably wondering why Ahmed Rosario is not in the lineup, which I was a little surprised. I thought Rosario would be in there because he hits lefties well, but as I'm looking at Rosario's numbers against Valdez, he's had 9 at-bats against Valdez with a 111 batting average. So, I mean, I can understand why Rosario wasn't in the lineup. McMahon is not in the lineup, but he's had 7 at-bats and a 286 batting average. But I do agree with the lineup here, with the Yankees going righty bat heavy. I mean, you're going to have to. I hope that's not the case. Volpe needs to bat eighth or ninth and leave him there. Period. I don't sign me up, man. Sign me up. Victor saying Stanton in left field is a no, but but left field is better for him at Dakin Park. Wells, not Rice. Goldie playing. I mean, but Goldie hits left-handed pitching really well. So yeah, I'll kindly ask, like, how come you disagree with it? Volpe sixth. Yeah, I know. No problem benching McMahon. Grisham fifth. Oh boy, I need a hit. I mean, you want Goldschmidt leading off though. I mean, he hits lefties really well. So, that's my take, and I respect it though, Victor. I respect your take, like I said, but the lineup when it comes to lefty pitching, it's gonna be a little different. Ethan says they have a lot more hitters. The Astros need to worry about the Yankees. Need to worry about the Astro hitters. It's only Altuve and Correa. I wouldn't necessarily sleep on the lineup, man. I mean, I know where you're coming from. I know you're saying it's only Altuve and Correa, but some of those other guys can make them pay. So again, Astros are not a team I'm asleep on, but the Yankees are capable of beating them. Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Susan? How are you? Cecilia says I'm kind of scratching my head. Volpe before Jazz and Caballero. Yeah, it's that whole lefty righty. I mean, I suppose you could have put Caballero at 6, but I would have preferred Jazz personally. But then it would be lefty. But I mean, it doesn't matter, honestly. But look, I don't mind the lineup that much. I would have just probably had, like, I would have changed up Volpe. Like, I probably would have moved Volpe down in the lineup. That's probably about it, really. And I know a lot of folks probably would want Rice instead of Wells, but maybe it's one of those things where Fried likes pitching to Austin Wells. Maybe he has a better chemistry against him, because the pitcher catcher chemistry has to work. That's also important to the team. So I don't know about the over under there, dude. But this is what we got, though. This is the lineup here, folks. This is the lineup. Let's just hope for the best. All right. Let's just hope the Yankees can go out and put out the best game that they possibly can. Let's hope the guys in the lineup have success here against Valdez, and let's hope Max Fried has a solid outing like he did in his last 2 starts. Let's just see what happens, folks. CeeLo says a couple of tweaks, but the lineup is not bad if we play small ball and a bomb and take pitches. Exactly. Just play smarter, not harder, right? Play smarter, not harder. So, this is where the Yankees have to really, strategize what they need to do, man. They really need to strategize, and they need to, there's no room for mistakes. No room for mistakes whatsoever. This is it right here, people. This is it right here. So let's see what happens. Let's talk predictions. All right, I'm ready for predictions. I'm sure you all are ready for predictions. I'm curious to see what you all have in mind. So let's start with Max Fried. Max Fried, what do we got? What are we thinking for Max Fried? How does he perform tonight? What are our thoughts on Max Fried? So let's see the Max Fried predictions. What do you all got for Max Fried? Let's see the Max Fried predictions. Volpe out, Caballero in third, Rosario third, okay. Rice catcher, standing left field, playing with fire. All right. Susan says Volpe has to learn how to hit singles, doubles, and try not to be a home run hitter. Well, that we've been saying that all freaking year. But let's see the let's see your predictions for Max Fried, folks. What is everybody's Max Fried predictions? Let's see it. Let's drop your predictions. Beagles going 5 innings, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. You make it happen there, Bill. You make it happen. CeeLo is going 7 innings, 4 runs, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks for Max Fried. Ethan is going 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 to 3 runs. Joseph says 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs. Katie thinks 6 innings. Bill O's going 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs. Yankees win 8-3. Sunil is going 6 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, a couple of walks, 9 strikeouts over 99 pitches. Susan says 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, gives up 2 runs, 3 walks. Victor's going 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of those is earned. 11 strikeouts, 2 walks, pitches 100 plus. Yeah, let's see. For Max Fried, I'm just thinking of the Astros bats, right? And I'm just kind of thinking of the last time he pitched against them, although his last 2 starts looked really good. I mean, he went 6 in one of them, 7 in the other. Relbird says 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Cecilia says 6 1/3, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 earned run. Yeah, I'm stuck between 5 2/3 and 6 innings. That's kind of where I'm at with Max right now. 5 2/3 or 6 innings, but I'm feeling good about tonight. So you know what? I'm gonna go 6 innings. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. I think he'll walk 3, and he'll give up 3 runs. You know what? Scratch that. I think he'll give up 2 runs. Ethan says 6 innings, 8 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts for Framber Valdez. Okay. Did he have the blister problem last time he pitched? Yeah, I think he had the blister problem. I think that blister was still there for him. Yeah, I do think the blister was still there for him. But yeah, CeeLo, that would be amazing. But yeah, realistic, like I said, Max Fried, 6 innings. I think he'll go, 6 strikeouts? Yeah, 6 strikeouts. He'll walk 3 and give up 2 runs. That's what I got for Max Fried. All right, Victor. Fair enough, man. Right, Ethan? Chua's going 6 innings, 4 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Okay. Awesome. All right. If anybody else has any other Max Fried predictions, drop it in the comments section. If not, we'll just move on. What do we got for double plays? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? Railbird's asking me if I feel positive on the game tonight. I feel good, but I'm also nervous at the same time, man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, but I feel good, but I'm nervous at the same time. Anytime you play against any of the big teams, man, I'm always going to be nervous. Susan says Volpe and Volpe. Ethan says 0. CeeLo says 3. Yankees hit into 2 from Victor. Well, yeah, keeping Altuve in check. I mean, that's one of the keys. So Cecilia says 2 double plays. Chua's going 2 double plays. A Volpe, a golden sombrero, and a Wells Platinum sombrero, whatever that is. Joseph says 2. John says 1. And Beagle saying Volpe hits into it. Right? Yeah, Altuve, man. Altuve's he's a good player, man. I mean, he is. There's not, you can't really take anything away from him. He's an excellent player. I give credit where credit is due. He is a good player. But I'll say the Yankees are going to hit into 1 double play. No, I know what it is, there, Beagle. But I know what a sombrero is. I'm aware of what a sombrero is. I just want to know what it meant in baseball terms. Cecilia's throwing up. Oof. Poor Cecilia. I'm sorry, Cecilia. All right, let's talk. Ethan Self-Freed will keep them in check. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, Freed needs a big game. We need a big outing from him. So let's talk. What do we got? Home runs? Yeah, we're up to home runs. Let's talk home runs, people. What are we thinking for home runs? What are you trying to ask, Dan? I'm sorry. No, I know Golden Sombrero is 4 strikeouts, but I'm aware of that, Billo. But I want to know what Sunil meant by Golden Sombrero and double plays for Volpe, and then platinum for for Austin Wells. Okay, Golden Sombrero 3 double plays, platinum Sombrero 4 double plays. Okay, fine. The ads, like I put them as CeeLo, just so you're aware, as far as the ads go, I put them in when I set those up. I say, minimize, right? Like minimal. So it's all YouTube. It's not me as far as how those ads pop up. But when I set up the live streams, I just I say conservative, as in, I don't want too many, right? But that's on YouTube, dude. That's on YouTube. Big G with a home run. Rice is not playing tonight, Billo, unless you think he's going to come in as a pinch hitter and hit a home run. But Big G and Judge, I'll take that. Do I like the Yankees lineup? I don't mind it. I probably would have changed one thing, but that's about it. Goldie, Judge, Chisholm, and Stanton. Judge and Stanton. Home run, just Stanton. Okay. Oh, interesting, CeeLo. Big G, Judge, and Schmidt. I think you meant to say Goldschmidt there. Big G, Judge, and Bellinger for home runs. Okay. Ethan's going Stanton with 2, Judge with a homer, Bellinger with 2, Goldie with 2, Jazz with 1. So you're thinking home run derby. Okay. Cecilia's going Belly, Stanton, Judge, and the dark horse is Caballero. Rice is your sleeper coming off the bench. Okay. Judge and Stanton from Dan. Okay. Richard says he doesn't see any home runs because of the Houston pitching. I understand. I get that. I do get that. My home run predictions. I'm gonna go Judge and Stanton. And then for my sleeper, I'm gonna go Jazz for my sleeper. Home runs, Bash Boys. Goldschmidt, Bellinger. Sleeper is Jazz. And the Chicken Duo. Okay. Rice and Jazz for sleepers. So, yeah. So you're thinking Rice off the bench there, Beagle, because he's not in the lineup tonight. That's what I'm thinking too, Victor. I think tonight's game is definitely going to be a pitcher's duel. I wholeheartedly agree with that, man. Unless if the Yankees bats just blow up, man, I don't know. That's why I asked. I was like, are you thinking pinch hitting home run? A pinch hit home run for Ben Rice? If so, then cool. CeeLo says my sleeper is Volpe to left. Hey, I'll take it. Willard, they're definitely going to have a war. But I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So with that being said, yeah, if anybody has any other predictions as far as what we talked about so far and you haven't said anything, just put in the comment section. Let's talk scores. Like, what do we got for – what do you all think tonight's score is going to be? Let's talk scores. And as I'm looking at the poll right now, 45 votes and 67% of you voted victory. CeeLo says Yankees win 6-4. John says 3-2. So you really think low scoring? Okay. 9-3 from Ethan. I'm kind of with CeeLo, man. I'm kind of with CeeLo here. I'm gonna say 6-4 as well. I think it's gonna be a 6-4 game. I'm kind of with CeeLo on this one. Yeah, gotta treat it. I'd say treat every game like it's game 7, or treat it like it's a 1-game elimination. Framber Valdez is a 0-1 appearances versus the Yankees in his career. So, Yankees have a good chance. You, Kyle, on from Astros Discord? What are you talking about, Willard? Victor's going 4-2. Joseph is going 7-4. 8-3 from Sunil. Cecilia's going 4-3. Susan thinks Boone will get tossed. I don't think anybody would be surprised when Boone gets tossed. No. Yeah, but I'm gonna go 6-4. I'm with CeeLo on this. I want to say 5-4, but I might be wrong. Dan thinks 6-2. So 6-2 from Dan. Too early in the series to get tossed. It depends on the umpire, man. It really depends on the umpire. Oh, gotcha, Willard. Chua says 7-2 Yankees win. Okay. Ethan is really confident. Like, Ethan's really confident about tonight's game. I like it. I enjoy the confidence. Yeah, 5th and 6th, man. But yeah, 6'4". Yep. All right. Let's talk food. Should be everybody's favorite. It's everybody's favorite thing to talk about. Let's talk food, people. What are we doing for food? What's for dinner? Or did you have a late lunch and dinner's not on the table? Like what do we got? Simple cheese, omelet, 3 eggs and cheese. I actually had some of that earlier. I also had a bagel earlier too. Those New York bagels I ordered, man, freaking fantastic. I love those things. How many strikeouts will the Yankees have tonight? What do you mean? Like how many times they're going to strike out, or how many strikeouts the Yankees pitching is going to have altogether? I mean, I'm always going to root for my team. I mean, I'm always going to show confidence and faith, but I'm not a fair weather fan. Pizza and wings, Greek salad tonight, okay. Ramon de Jesus, okay. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, how many times do the Yankees strike out? I mean, guess it's just as good as mine, man. Yeah, Ethan. I mean, gotta love those fair weather fans, man. Gotta love those fair weather fans. Dinner's wife's turn tonight. I just hope whatever it doesn't glow in the dark. All right. Yeah. I mean, let's hope Boone doesn't get ejected. Let's hope he calls a good game. Makes the right decisions, makes the right calls. Spanish rice, red beans, chuck steak. Just finished my plate. Ooh, nice, CeeLo. So CeeLo's all full and he's ready to go for the game. Nice, dude. Cow's head, chicken tongue tacos. Ooh. Bill O's going in. Yes, sir. Cecilia says, I'm shocked my brothers haven't stopped by yet. I might take halibut with asparagus and rice tonight. All right. Some Mexican rice and beans with good cheese. Okay. Well, let's see. I know. Well, Toronto and Cincinnati are going to start pretty soon. And then I think Boston and the Guardians, right? I think that's who the Red Sox are playing, or the Guardians. I'm trying to see when that game starts. Oh, they're going to start at the same time. So by the time the Yankees Astros game starts, those other two games are going to be about third or fourth inning, and we'll keep track of those scores. Bangkok tie. All right. Yeah, rice and beans. You can never go wrong with rice and beans. Yeah, well, I mean, we definitely need the Blue Jays to lose, man. Definitely need the Blue Jays to lose. What else is on the menu, folks? What else is on the menu? what else we eating tonight? So I got Gary Phillips put out this tweet from just a couple of minutes ago, actually. And he says, and this is quoting Aaron Boone, we absolutely feel like he's going to be back out there. Aaron Boone said of Aaron Judge playing in the outfield. I know I keep saying it soon, and I wholeheartedly feel that way right now sitting here. I just don't know that day yet. That day is probably just going to pop up out of the blue a little bit. So that's the tweet. So this is about Aaron Judge and when he's going to take the field. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I would love to have Aaron Boone back on the field. Or not Aaron Boone, sorry. Aaron Judge back on the field. Only in Texas. It's on the menu. Friday Astros when they cook. Nice one, Ethan. No doubt, man. Well, yeah, he's yeah, like I said, the Yankees have a tough stretch of games, but there's no more playing around, man. No more playing around. Gotta go out there and win these games. Boone will get an epiphany, and then Judge will be back in right field. As long as he's healthy. That's all. That's the number one thing. As long as he's healthy, ready to go, he's not going to hurt himself. That's all I care about, really. Because yeah, Judge needs to be back in the outfield, man, and just have obviously Stanton DH at full time. Makes it so much easier when you have both of those guys in the lineup. I mean, I'm glad Stanton's able to play the field, right? I like it, but it's not good in the long term. Katie's still sticking with 10-4. All right, Katie. I mean, hey, if you feel like it's 10-4, if you feel that way, cool. Cecilia says, got to head out. My Dodgers are starting now. I'll check back in with everyone around the first or second inning. All right. Well, go enjoy the game, and we'll see you in the play-by-play. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Good to see you. Right, Susan? But have a good night, Cecilia. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the live stream here pretty soon, too. And just to kind of rest up here before the game starts. The game is going to start at 8:10 East Coast time. So today and tomorrow night's game are going to start a little bit later than usual. And I think Thursday's game is going to start at 7:40. $21.07. Yeah, has it been played already? There's CeeLo. That's a good. I didn't know it's been played already. Yeah, I'll wrap it up here in a few minutes, folks. I'm not leaving yet. I just want to see if anybody else has any other predictions to what we talked about. If anybody hasn't dropped it in the comments, feel free to drop it in the comments. Let's check this poll out here really quick too. Let's see what we got in the polls. Let me just check it out here real quick. Boom, boom. Yeah, 49 votes. And 69% of you are saying victory for tonight. Again, I love the confidence. I do love the confidence. Yeah, it's gonna be a pitching matchup. And yeah. And speaking of which, Cody Bellinger, I thought I'd mention, he was the AL player of the week. Nice, CeeLo. Billo wants to talk food. Billo just wants to talk food. Yeah, I'm at 36 likes, people. I don't know if there's 4 more people out there that haven't hit the like button, but if you haven't, let's try to get to 40 likes if we can. That would be great. Yeah, Billo just wants to talk food. He's just like, I want to talk food now. I don't want to talk anything else. He's like, I just want to talk food. I mean, clearly Billo's a foodie, man. He makes food all the time. Yeah, Bill. I mean, I haven't. Billo's posted a couple of pictures on the Discord that I created when it comes to food. Yankees 15-26 this season when they commit one or more errors, and 42-22 when they don't. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. I mean, yeah, anytime these guys lose, anytime they commit an error, man, most times they don't like to. They lose those games a lot of times. So yeah, I didn't know that was a record though. That's crazy. What's up, Timothy? How's it going, dude? Yes, indeed. Nah, you're good, Bill. I mean, hey, that's your you like to cook, eat, and drink. I mean, I know you love to drink. I learned that one from Max. Apparently, I know. Yeah, I know you said you love to drink. So right? Yeah, next Friday, Orioles at Blue Jays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some wild stats, man. Anybody, real quick, anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Did anybody have a long extended weekend because of Labor Day? Did y'all do like one last like summer activity or um, anybody do anything fun over the weekend? I'm just trying to see if there's any other reports out there, any other tweets. Because, like I said, I'm going to close it out here in about the next minute or so. I don't know if you all heard, but Diamondbacks outfielder Lourdes Gurriel had torn his ACL, so he's going to be out for 8 to 12 months. So he's probably not going to see the baseball field for a while. Billo, I already do know. I mean, you tell me I don't want to know, but I already do know. Nice, Dev. Chua said not really. Okay, but all right, folks. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Now I'm officially wrap it up. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in to the live stream. Thank you all for coming on to the pregame. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Wow, Billo. Okay, that's wild. Okay, but I appreciate you all hanging out for the pregame. I'll see you all in about a little over an hour to do the play-by-play. So let's hope for a Yankees victory tonight. And let me look at this poll one more time. 50 votes and 70% of you said that the Yankees are going to win. So again, I love everybody's confidence in that. So great to see. Awesome. But let's just, you're good, Bill. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Make sure you all hit the like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button and you're watching this for the first time. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. and keep sharing this channel out. Spread the word. Let's get some more people to join. All right. But I'll see you all for the play-by-play. And as always, let's go Yankees. See you all at the play-by-play.